family is the new owner of this mansion. I cannot stay even a single minute where that man's name reaches. I must escape.
The memory of fleeing to protect him rushed back with the rain.
Where are you going, Emily?
Sebastian, why are you here?
Did you not know who the new owner of this mansion was? Or did you try to run away like a rat because you heard?
Let go of me. It is a misunderstanding. I never coveted what was yours.
Let go? You might have abandoned me 3 years ago, but not anymore. Look at me. You had the same pathetic expression 3 years ago when you stole everything from my bed and fled. Was the freedom you bought with that grand ransom nothing more than a petty gardener in this mansion? Do not mistake yourself, Emily. This mansion, this garden, and even your fragile breath that stepped to my hell again, all belong to me now. You can never leave this mansion.
The next morning, the library of Cheltenham Mansion, where the heavy rain had cleared, was filled with a strange stillness.
What is the meaning of this, Sebastian?
Your intelligence shouldn't have deteriorated so much that you can't read. It's the employment contract written by the previous owner of this mansion. I bought your contract along with the bonds of this estate. There are still 2 years left.
I contracted as a gardener, a personal secretary for the main house. I cannot do this kind of work.
Isn't it such a waste for those delicate hands and feet of yours to work as a gardener? Being right in front of my eyes, handling everything I order. That is your job starting today.
You just want to torment me. You want revenge on me for what happened 3 years ago.
Revenge? I don't have any revenge left to waste on someone like you. I am simply keeping a money-crazed traitor of my family close to monitor her.
I didn't leave you because of money.
If not, then tell me. Why did you throw my proposal ring on the floor and run away with the check from my cousin Lewis? Why did you avoid my calls and vanish without a trace?
That is...
Cheltenham Mansion's grand banquet hall was alive with dazzling light and the sound of laughter, celebrating Sebastian's acquisition.
Tonight's star isn't the noble debutante, it's the mansion's new secretary. What a waste for Castesio. Transfer to my estate. I'll treat you far better, day and night.
Remove your hand, Vincrit. I do not bargain with anyone other than my employer.
Avoid touching my property. My apologies, Duke. Don't you dare smile at another man!
I never smiled.
Just like you hooked me 3 years ago, are you dreaming of social advancement? By ensnaring another noble fool?
Is that all you see me as? Just a snob? Is that how I look to you?
Yes, that's what I see! Know this clearly. You must be a flower blooming only for me. No one else can touch you. I found an interesting record while sorting through the ledgers of this mansion. 3 years ago, a massive amount of money began to be regularly remitted to London's finest nursing home under your younger brother's name. That timing coincides exactly with the date you abandoned me and left.
My heart felt as if it had stopped. Fear that my secret might be exposed sent a cold chill all the way to my fingertips.
I will ask you, Emily. The check my cousin Louis gave you, is the destination of that money that very nursing home? Did you prolong your brother's life at the cost of betraying me? Speak! Tell me clearly with your own mouth if the value of my love was less than a few miserable pennies for your brother's hospital pays.
What burned in his eyes was not mere anger, but a profound despair that the love he once believed in had been ruthlessly calculated in money. I wanted so desperately to tell him the truth. I wanted to scream that his cousin Lewis had threatened to pull the plug on my brother's ventilator and suffocated me, leaving me no choice but to destroy him. But even now, Louis' watchful eyes were aimed at my brother. The moment I revealed the truth, Sebastian would plunge into a bloody war against Louis, and my brother would not survive.
What you are thinking is right. I needed money, and you were just good prey.
Emily Lawrence, get out. I don't want to see your hypocritical face anymore.
I thought his words had broken something inside me that could never be repaired. If I stayed where he could find me, I felt like I would shatter completely.
The cold was easier to bear than his hatred, so I kept digging, even when my fingers trembled too much to keep going. When my body hurt, the pain in my heart became quieter. Only a little, but it was enough to make me keep going.
I told myself I could endure it. I told myself I only had to last a little longer. But that night, my body no longer listened to me. I was so cold I could not stop shaking, yet my skin burned as if I were on fire.
Emily, if this is your idea of defying my orders, call a doctor! Right now!
In my fever, I dreamed of a hand cooling my forehead again and again. I was afraid to open my eyes, afraid that kindness would vanish the moment I reached for it.
Someone held my hand as if I might disappear. I wanted it to be him. I hated myself for wanting it to be him.
Sebastian, I'm sorry. Please don't hate me.
After driving me this mad, why do you still cry as if you resent me even in your dreams? Why do you make my resolve to hate you collapse so helplessly, Emily? I won't ask how you're feeling. Your resentful eyes towards me are already answering for you.
I've never resented you. I just want this hellish time to end as soon as possible.
Hell. If this is hell, I'll gladly fall into it with you.
Bright morning sunlight streamed through the curtains of the studio. I opened my eyes inside Sebastian's broad embrace. Feeling his strong arm around my waist, I felt a momentary, tearful happiness. A ray of hope arose in my heart that all misunderstandings were cleared and we could return to the past.
You're awake.
Sebastian.
You'd better not get the wrong idea about last night, Emily. This was merely a momentary impulse created by long-standing physical thirst. My body may have wanted you, but my reason still hasn't forgotten your ugly betrayal.
How can you say something so cruel? Your touch last night was sincere.
Sincere? It's ridiculous to discuss sincerity with the daughter of the Lawrence team who buys love with money.
Sebastian left the study without looking back. On the other side of the door, I buried my face and sobbed. Meanwhile, having stepped into the hallway, he also exhaled a rough breath, clipping his own heart at his own harsh words. Every time he hurt me, the pain that returned to him was greater, though he could not yet admit it.
On that weekend, when my relationship with Sebastian was heading towards the worst catastrophe, an uninvited guest arrived at the Cheltia mansion without warning.
You seem to have forgotten my warning. The moment you say a single word to Sebastian about what happened 3 years ago, your brother's nursing home account and his ventilator will disappear without a trace. Remember, it's nothing for my family to destroy you. What did you talk about with Louis?
It was nothing. He just offered a greeting about taking over the mansion.
Don't lie to me! You are nothing but the most vulgar snob!
Sebastian, please believe me. I have never, ever deceived you. Fine. I will become the monster you want me to be. I will no longer beg for your trust. Are you satisfied now?
Before Sebastian could grab me, I slammed the door and ran. Outside, a terrible blizzard and sub-zero freeze were howling. Without even a coat, I sprinted blindly into the absolute darkness.
No. This can't be. What have I done? I tore you apart with my own hands, Emily. Please, where are you? Emily! Emily! If you can hear my voice, answer me, please! Open your eyes, Emily. I was blind. I failed to see your heart. Please don't leave me alone in this hell. Don't forgive me, Emily. I don't deserve it. Just let me stay by your side and spend my life making up for the pain I caused.
Don't cry, Sebastian. I have always loved you. Joyous.
Months later, the long winter finally left the Cheltenham mansion and a breathtaking spring arrived. Surrounded by blooming roses, held tightly in his arms, the cruel misunderstandings diswelled, leaving an eternal spring within our hearts.